Coops, my lad, are you telling me that you're going with Mario? That's right, Dad. I'm gonna continue traveling with Mario. And then, I'm gonna come back a strong Koopa like you, Dad. Nicely said, young Coops. That's my boy. But always remember this. You are my son, Coops, and I'm your father. Coops, my sweet, I'll be right here waiting for you to prove yourself. Ahem! May I just add, if anything happens, you can always come home, Coops. Don't you ever forget that. This village will always be your home. Okay, thank you, everyone. Well, I'm off. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mario. You know, farewells. So, where are we going? Let's head back to Rogueport. Remember, Mario, the bearer of the magical map shall unfurl it before the 1,000-year door. When this is done, the star shall guide the bearer to the crystal star with pure light. And didn't stop there. Each crystal star shall point to the next. That's what the book says. Which means if we take the crystal star we found back to the 1,000-year door, so that means the location of the next crystal star will appear on that magic map? Exactly. Come on, let's go. Alright, and now we're going to be making our way back to Rogueport. But first, let's pick up a Mega Rush P. This is a really cool badge where if your party member gets down to 1 HP, their attack power goes up by 5. Yes, you heard that right. 5 attack power. But they got to get to 1 HP, which is not an easy task. We'll see if I can show it off, but I kind of doubt we'll be able to anytime soon. So that very popular badge setup I talked about earlier, there's a variant of this that is for your partner, which is theoretically a lot more powerful than the one you use for Mario. So I will try to show that off if I get the chance. Something wrong, Mario? You're, shaking. Are you feeling alright? I love that. This is a little throwback. That is, Super Mario Bros. 3 athletic theme, I believe? That's a new Mailbox SP, isn't it? Wow, neat. Did you get some mail? My dearest Mario, I send this letter in the hope that it reaches you safely. I am being held against my will in some strange place. Though I do not know where I am, I remain unharmed and in relative comfort. Those who have captured me seem to be after the map I sent to you earlier. They may be hoping to use it to find objects they call the crystal stars. I do not know what they are planning, but I have a feeling it is not anything positive. Mario, please collect these crystal stars before they do. You must! They're already aware that you have the map, so please be very careful. And please, don't worry about me. Princess Peach. Wow, you get mail from a princess? That's so cool. So anyway, she's unhurt. That's good at least. But I didn't like the sound of those kidnappers looking for the crystal stars as well. Nope, that does not sound like a good thing. And we can see that that Lord Crump dude that we fought at the beginning, he seems to be tied to this organization. Actually, I think he mentioned that at the beginning. I don't remember now. It's been, like, not even a full week since that recording, but still, there's a lot of information since then and now. So, yeah. For now, let's just head back to Rogueport. There's nothing really for us to grab here in Petal Meadows. And let's miss our first jump. There we go. And this is just some cool things I like, or that I find funny, is you can force your partner to fall in the water on every jump if you really wanted to. Let's attack this Goomba real quick and see what he's got for us. Ooh, pretty soon these Goombas are going to be worth fighting. They only drop 1 star point, which is not a whole lot. I think before we go to the 1,000-year door, let's see... Oh, wait, no, never mind. We can't see what... No, wait, he is here. He wasn't here before, was he? No, I think he was down below the fence, so we couldn't see this before, right? My name is Dazzle, and I collect star pieces. The more I collect, the happier I am. So, guy, if you have any star pieces, I'll trade you my badges for them. Yay! Come on, let's trade. And he's got a pretty big assortment of badges. Is there anything that I'm curious about right away? Quick change could be nice, but it's fairly expensive if I remember correctly, like 7 BP or something stupid like that. There is another pretty lucky here if we're wanting a higher chance to dodge our enemies' attacks. Chill Out is a very good badge as well. Never succumb to a first strike. What I'm curious about is Flower Saver. 4 BP for Flower Saver. You know what? I'll take that. And we'll also trade for, I think, Attack FXY and Chill Out. I would like to show off both of those. Well, there's nothing really to show with Attack FXY, but I still want it. Okay, so let's put on Flower Saver and Chill Out. So Chill Out makes it to where enemies can never first strike us. I can't really show that off out here, I guess. And Flower Saver, drop FP used when Mario attacks by 1. So this power balance that uses 3 FP will now use 2 FP in battle. It's kind of a heavy trade-off for BP for 1 FP. But I think it'll be fine. And with that, let's head down to the 1,000-year door. Oh yeah, now that we can turn into paper, these little holes in the wall, the fences, we can just walk through them, and it makes the travel time a lot better. Except for right here, of course, where we have to still go all this way around to get up to the playing panel. I missed? Oh boy. Well, that's one issue with trying to fly fast, is sometimes you just end up a little too low and have to backtrack to wherever the airplane panel is at. Get back on it. And fly. There we go. Before we go to the 1,000-year door, I want to just do a quick little detour. We're going to fly across up here using the paper ability and the airplane panel. And I want to hop up here real quick. There's another Shining Sprite for us up there. And I want to show y'all this room over here. So this room is the entrance to the Pit of 100 Trials. Danger, do not enter. This pipe is the entrance to the Pit of 100 Trials. First attack and bump attack badges don't work, which we haven't seen either of, so, you know. The Pit of 100 Trials is, basically, you will go through 90 different battles. I believe it's 90, if you, yeah. And they progressively get harder as you go through. I don't plan on doing this right away, but I do plan on doing it early on, probably chapter 3 or chapter 4. Also, behind the staircase is another star piece, which is the real reason I wanted to come back here. So yeah, I want to power up as much as I can within the next few chapters, just to see if we can do the Pit of 100 Trials. Now, this might be when I show off those really popular badge combinations I was talking about, because they're very useful for going through the pit. But for right now, we're not near ready for it, so yeah. But let's hop up here. Alright Mario, hold up that crystal star. The location of the crystal star has been recorded on your magical map. Hey, Mario, look there. The next crystal star showed up on the map. But, I'm sorry. Okay, that's not how you structure sentences. I'm sorry, but I don't have a clue where that is. I think maybe we should take it to Professor Franklin and let him look at it? I see. Crystal clear. So can you tell us where the next crystal star is or not? It is in the Boggly Woods. The second crystal star is inside a great tree there. A great tree in the Boggly Woods, huh? About those woods, I think some odd creatures live there. I'm injecting this image into your brain! If memory serves, there's a pipe beneath town that leads to those woods. Professor Franklin, you should probably know it's about Princess Peach. Mr. Mario got an email from her just recently. Her Highness said that the guys who kidnapped her are also hunting crystal stars. Oh, and she said she doesn't even know where she's being held. Yeah. Uh-oh, Princess Peach's kidnappers are also looking for the crystal stars. What could they hope to achieve? Could the treasure be... too many unknowns. Unfortunately, the only clues we can rely on are the crystal stars in that map. I guess all we can do is head to Boggly Woods to find that next crystal star. Yes, I recommend you do just that, and find it before the princess's captors do. But don't be hasty. If you're low on items or health, drop by the shop and inn first. I'll keep researching to learn more about the crystal stars and the ancient treasure. Alright, and right here, with all that information about going and, figuring out the Boggly Woods situation, if we check this, we found a scrap of paper in the garbage can with the info about Hooktail. It has been transferred to your tattle log. Yes, so... if we miss a tattle on an enemy that we cannot encounter again, it will go into the trash can there. And we will have the entirety... oh, her attack was 5? How was her attack 5 if we could block everything she did? I don't know. This giant dragon attacks by munching, stomping, and fiery breath. And breathing stinky fiery breath. It hates things that make chirping noises, especially creatures that start with cur and end with icket. Yeah, and I don't believe these are exactly what Goombella says whenever you tattle them. Yeah, so if you want to go through and read these, they're slightly different from Goombella's. But other than that, I'm not too worried about it. Before we start looking for Boggly Woods, we actually have a lot of stuff to do outside of it. Let's see. I'm trying to remember. No, I got everything there. So first thing I want to do is check out the shops that are here in Central Rogueport. There are... there should be... oh no, this still isn't here? Did I do this? I didn't set up the contact lenses. Okay, well, let me show off the other shop that should be open now, and then I'll explain how to get that the contact lens to show up. I could have swore I did that. Did I not do that in the recording? I'm trying to remember, because I had to do 2 recordings of the first episode, because the first time I attempted it, I was still sick, and my voice was extremely raw, so I didn't actually get through it. Or I did get through it, but I wanted to redo it because my voice was so bad. But yeah, here's the other shop. This is a bad shop. This is an incredibly good shop to go through. There's very good items here. Let's see what... so if you go and ask him that you're buying... or if you say you're buying others, he has a list of badges. These are the full price badges. The ones on the shelf are actually at a discount. But if you want, I would say just go through and see if there's anything you'd want out of either. These 2 badges are cool. So the Simplifier makes your action commands extremely, well, I say extremely easy. They make them easier, but you don't get as much star power off of them. So the audience won't give you as much to help you boost your star power as a normal attack. The Unsimplifier does the opposite, where your action commands are harder, but you get more star power for landing them. I don't really recommend the unsimplifier. As much as more star power sound, as cool as more star power sounds, rather, it's not that great. But the simplifier, on the other hand, less star power for easier attacks. By all means, I would go for that if this is your first time playing the game, because yeah, it definitely helps. Super appeal makes it to where if you use your turn to appeal, you'll get more star power, which of course would also negate the unsimplifier, I suppose. FP drain drops your attack power by 1, but you gain 1 FP per attack. Now, if this works like HP drain in the first game, I haven't actually tested this, but if it does, that means, how do I explain this? So, like, your hammer does a base power of 2, it would go up to 3, but every time you jump on an enemy, you would do 2 damage instead of 1 damage per jump. So, you do 4 with your base jump, or like with Power Bounce, each jump would do 2 damage, which is kind of cool. Or no, you get 1 FP back. I'm thinking of something else. What is that badge? But yeah, no, basically for every... No, I'm thinking of it, I'm explaining it wrong. Your attack goes down by 1, so your hammer would do 1 damage, your jump wouldn't do any damage. But for every jump you do on an enemy that does damage, you would get 1 FP back, and 1 FP back for your hammer. I did that totally wrong. I might scrap that. I just explained this badge wrong, so I cut the past couple minutes I just did. So for this badge, you drop your attack power by 1, but every time you hit an enemy for damage, you get 1 FP for it. So say you use Power Bounce, and we have some way to boost our power so that it actually does damage, because right now it wouldn't. Every time you land a Power Bounce, you would get 1 FP back. I don't know if there's a cap on that or not, but that is basically what the badge would do. We've seen Close Call for Mario. There's a same variant. Well, we haven't actually seen Close Call in action, I suppose. It's the same thing as Pretty Lucky. We saw the Luckies happen, and I explained that this one only goes off when you're in danger. The your partners also have a badge for that. I am having a hard time talking about badges all of a sudden. We also have Sleepy Stomp, which has a chance to put enemies to sleep with Mario's jump. We've got Piercing Blow, deliver damage that pierces enemy defenses. Last Stand, we just picked up a badge like this, I believe, for a party member? Yes. So that, whenever you drop down into danger, which is 5 HP or less, this badge will make you take half damage from whatever enemies try to attack you. There's another Last Stand P variant. Power Jump is basically Power Smash, but for your jump. Stomp on a single enemy using lots of attack power. So this is good if you have an enemy that's airborne that you want to do a lot of damage to, like those paratroopers earlier. This would have allowed you to break through their defense. Oh, also Piercing Blow. I said that it pierces defense, so like the Koopas have 1 defense. If you hammer it, you would hammer through that defense and do 2 damage right now. Happy Flower, we've seen Happy Heart. I think it's the one we have. Yes. This is just an HP variant of that. I think I'm going to buy Last Stand P and how much do I have? Oh, I can still buy 2. We're going to buy Power Jump and I think Piercing Blow. So that was a lot of our money, but that got us a lot of badges that we can show off at some point. I'm gonna do those by type because I like having my badges in order. Now, to get the contact lens that we missed out on, oh yeah, we also have a new Attack FX badge, so... Yep, there you go. So if we want to get the contact lens to show up, we just need to go 2 screens away and come back. So if we go down the pipe to Rogueport sewers, the contact lens should be there. Yep, So when he's standing out here, hey, valued customer, your contact lens is in. Please drop by our shop. We go in, and the first item is, in fact, the contact lens. So we're going to buy that. And now we can get this grumbly person out of the... Hey, you're here. Hey, yo, I've got all the hottest new products right here. Look no further. You got the feared look of a man with a mind for goods. Want to buy something? Yeah, so this guy has a very specific shop. I forget how many items he sells in total. But he does sell some really cool badges. In fact, there's Jumpman, which is one of my favorite badges. Increases jump power by 1, but you lose your hammer ability. So, we can't afford anything here right now. Of course, we only have 10 coins. But, yeah. Keep him in mind. There are some badges that he has. And there are some pretty decent items that he's got, too. Did you bring me my contact lens, Mr. Squishy? Yep, there you go. A contact lens! Oh, sweet relief, thank you! Finally, the world is crisp and clear again. I can see! Oh, I'm so happy! Be careful from now on. People don't generally like having their stuff stomped on. You know, I'm lucky enough to have decent vision, so I've never had to use any kind of contact lens. Oh, I just do we have a mushroom? Okay, we have a few mushrooms. You can't just have someone, like, order you a generic eye contact, right? You gotta have one that's specified for your eye, unless you're doing, like, the colored ones, I suppose, which I guess those are generic enough that people can wear any of them. But is there one that, like, if you're wearing them to be able to see, you would need to have those specified, just like glasses, correct? Oh, so it's you again, huh, Mr. Stompalot? Well, my name is Zest T. I may not look like a chef, but I'm actually quite good. If you bring me ingredients, my cooking skills burst to life and culinary magic happens. Want me to whip something up for you right now? Sure. What ingredients would you like me to cook with? So, I'm going to start out with a mushroom. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not entirely sure you'll like this, but go on, take it, Stompy. We got a shroom fry, a tasty dish made by Zest T. Replenishes 6 HP and 2 FP. So we went from a base mushroom that had 5 HP to this shroom fry, which has 6 HP and 2 FP, which is really nice. Anytime you feel like it, feel free to bring me stuff to cook with, okay? Next, I want to show off the turtley leaf. Sorry to keep you waiting. We got a Koopa Tea, which replenishes 7 FP, and we got that leaf for free. Let's see. Now, if I remember correctly... Oh, we don't have a fire flower on us. I might have to use my last 10 to get a fire flower. So there's a cool... Oh, we might want to. If I remember correctly, a fire flower on its own has its own recipe. So let's sell a few things here. No, not buy. We want to sell the ink coupon for 5 coins. So basically you get your money's worth out of that, whether you use it as a shop or not. We're also going to do the sleepy sheep. And technically if you buy a mushroom for 5 here, and you cook it, you can get the same, you can get the amount of money back out of it. I want to show off what happens if we cook a point swap with something. I just need 1 more coin. Well, it's fine. Let's go show this off, because I think this is a cool thing. So, for a few items, if you... Oh, wait, we can't show off what I'm thinking of. Well, let's show off doing a fire flower, because I'm dumb and got ahead of myself and probably spoiled something because I was talking. Oh, does the fire flower not cook into something? Oh, no, it does. Okay, that worried me. So if you see that black puff of smoke, sometimes that means that a recipe did not work. But yeah, if you cook a fire flower, it turns into a spicy soup, replenishes 4 HP and 4 FP. How much does that sell for? Probably not much. So I probably just had a net loss of coins on that fire flower. $5. Yeah, we lost 5 coins in that. That sucks. Oh well. But yeah, also now that we've opened up this, or we gave the contact lens, we opened up the way to West Rogueport, which has a star piece right off the bat. And this is a very nice, like, zen area to be in compared to the rest of Rogueport right here. Like, are you tending to this place? Ah, how refreshing. This is my favorite place. It's the only peaceful area in all of Rogueport. Yeah, you could say that again. This place is this specific corner is real nice. So there's a lot of stuff to look at here. If we walk over here, there's another star piece. There's another shop in here, which does in fact sell life shrooms. If you ever have a bunch of money and you feel like you need some life shrooms, they are expensive at 50 coins a pop, but they're worth it. They also have thunderbolts, which are a nice attack item. Does 5 HP of damage to a single enemy. A dizzy dial. That dizzy effect that you saw us have earlier in that one fight a few episodes back, where the thing hit me and I got dizzy. Dizzy dials will cause that on your opponents, possibly. Dried shrooms are awful. They heal 1 HP. Volt shrooms will electrify Mario, which we've also seen that on that one Paragoomba. And super shrooms heal 10 HP, which is actually pretty nice. Over here we have the Pianta Parlor. This is a place to basically waste all your money. Welcome to the parlor. Hey, you're Mario, like the one and only. I know all about you. Rescuing Princess Peach is important work, but even heroes need relaxation. So what can I show you? Yeah, we don't have any of the Pianta coins right now, and I'm not going to spend my money to get them. You can get cake mixes here. I believe this is one of the only places to get these. These are used in a lot of recipes with, what's her face? Zest T. Zest T? Yeah. A super shroom for 10 of those, which is not a good trade-off. I believe every Pianta thing is worth 3 coins, so right there you're looking at 30 coins for a super shroom, where the store right next door it was 20 coins. You can get a super appeal badge for 34 and a refund badge also for 34. Super appeal I've already explained, but refund, if you use an item in battle, you will get some of the money refunded to you. Gosh darn it. Okay, I'll show off, I think. Yeah, 1 Pianta is 3 coins. I highly doubt I'll get this, but I'll show off the slots. Yep, okay, well, that sucks. But yeah, basically you can make some Piantas here to exchange for prizes. Right now it's not really worth it. There are 3 different types of winnings you can get here. One is that green panel, which gets you 3 Piantas. The blue, I believe, gets you 10 or 15. And then there's 777, which I believe gives you 30. But I don't actually remember that one off the top of my head. So, you know. Other than that, there's just a lot of NPCs to talk about. Or talk to here. Not talk about. We're not being judgmental here. Back here, there is a train station. But there's nothing for us to do here at the moment. I tell you, I like just standing here gazing at the train more than I would like riding it. Because if I were to ride, I wouldn't get to see how cool its main engine looks. Yeah, looking at it's better, but if I could just afford a ticket, I might ride it once. This train is bound for luxurious Poshley Heights. Will you be boarding today? Yeah. Wonderful. If you don't mind, please allow me to check your ticket. No, I'm sorry, but only ticketed passengers are allowed on the train. Security measures. Oh. Okay. You gotta love train platforms, man. I bet this place has seen seen as many dramatic encounters as there are stars in space. Wow, the thought of it all, I just love it. Yep, so nothing we can do here yet. This blimp goes to Blissville. Will you be joining us on our flight today? Oh, thank you. We look forward to your next flight on Cheap Blimps. Cheap Blimps is quite the name. Alright. Other than that, there's only really one more thing to show. Well, I guess 2 more things that are both on East Rogueport. But we've ran this episode kind of long, so we will show that off in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Next time on Paper Mario: The 1000-Year Door, I'll show y'all the main extent of how side questing works in this game. See you guys then.